Hi Aries, welcome to your reading for March 2023. This is for those with Aries sun, moon, or rising, or if you have a stellium, which is 3 or more planets in a sign, then this can also be helpful to you. I have already meditated on the cards, so we'll get started in just a minute with shuffling. I do recommend watching all 3 of your signs, sun, moon, and rising, for a more comprehensive overview of the month's potentials for you. And obviously, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate 100% for everybody, so just keep the parts that do and leave the rest for whoever it may be intended for. Okay, let's get started shuffling and we will get into your reading. Okay, Aries, so you guys win the award for most cards that wanted to come out for your readings. Anyway, we've got a lot to cover here, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, you're starting off the month with the Two of Coins. So it looks like you've got a lot going on at this time, either lots of activity or priorities and commitments that you're having to juggle, many plates in the air, as the saying goes. You can handle these challenges as long as you manage your time, energy, and resources well. Now, I think this is because you're really taking this opportunity now to learn as much as you can. It feels like you're taking on an extra endeavor to educate yourself on something or do research now on something that will add to your store of knowledge or benefit you in some way. Maybe just taking on an extra task or some extra side work and have added this to your already busy schedule. This could really be something as simple as reading a new book or listening, learning from others. This could be webinars, memberships, groups, whatever, in order to reach a new level of expansion and growth. And it looks like you do have the full support of the universe with the Page of Swords here backing you. So definitely don't waste any time now. Decide, commit, and execute, because this is clearly the time for action and the ground is going to be very fertile at a time like this. So it's like your green light that you can make your thoughts come to life now. Now, Juniper tree, this is actually an excellent time to investigate any form of psychic work that you feel drawn to, obviously provided that you're acting with the best of intentions for everyone concerned and that you ensure that you're physically protected. So maybe this is what you're taking the time to try and tap into now and have committed to making extra time in your day for this. Yes, okay, so it does seem that you definitely know what you want. You're willing to do whatever it takes to achieve it, with the Knight of Swords here. And that's a good thing, because you're being encouraged to be the star of your own life every day. Because, what's the alternative? If you don't, you'll risk being a supporting cast member for someone else, helping to build their life and not building your own. But with Holly coming up here, this is not a good time to indulge in illusions or idle dreams, okay? So I really want you to listen to your conscience as it guides you toward honesty and truthfulness, okay? That honesty and truthfulness will be with yourself in examining whether something you're chasing is authentic or is it just something that sounds good and you haven't really spent any real time, thinking about whether it's a genuinely good fit for you. And if it is, then go for it. But if it's not, then it will ultimately not be fulfilling or purposeful for you. Now we have the King of Swords. You're going to need to be logical now, okay? But also temper this with gut instinct. This is a balance here, but being wise enough to trust yourself. You're going to need to be fair but aloof. Definitely having to keep a very balanced perspective when it comes to this. Having the head and heart in alignment as you move forward with whatever this is for you that you're pursuing. I really feel like you're going through some kind of transformation now, and Source is kind of, whispering little words of wisdom to try and guide you. So make sure that you're staying connected and paying attention to those small, quiet nudges. Yeah, it is time to connect with the magic of your own senses and the power of nature. There's a gift within you really being developed right now. It's either been dormant for some time or you weren't fully aware of it, but something is definitely trying to come through now, and it is esoteric in nature. So just be happy with this. This is a good thing. It's really bringing a new chapter for you, a new season, and you should really savor and appreciate it for everything it can offer you, as it will be opening up doors for you and bringing needed change to your life, I feel. Now, yeah, with the Queen of Wands here, it's also going to bring confidence and energy. It's going to have you feeling very ambitious and dynamic, really going to be a go-getter now, I feel. Now, if you start to feel overwhelmed by this new sense of power, I want you, don't stress out, because that's not the frequency of this Queen, okay? Just sit quietly in natural surroundings, in nature if possible, to reintegrate yourself and reconnect to your higher self energy. Okay, we have another card validating that it's time to go for something. This is another nudge telling you to take a leap, to be able to escape or exit a current situation. It's time to actually move, okay? To jump, to create momentum through your action, through your climbing. There's so many indications here that something is available to you now, that you can reach the top, that you have the resources you need to be successful. For some of you, this is going to involve the need to say goodbye to someone or something. It's going to require bravery, but this is all so that you can say hello to something new that's going to come in, okay? Now, the thought of this change is going to bring up anxiety for some of you, so please take some time doing breath work and learning to relax and still your mind, and try to connect with the emotion, and then just let it pass through you, okay, and release it. Don't dwell on anything. Don't over-identify too much, okay, with any feelings that are coming to the surface now. Now, what will be really helpful is to spend time with kindred spirits. Let loose, celebrate with friends, have a good time, acknowledge where you're making progress, and just be around people that you like and love. You're going to be reaping rewards and celebrating life if you follow the guidance you've been receiving and release fear and hesitation, okay? Again, we have the reminder here that something has to be left behind in order to reach this, okay? It could be an unhelpful habit or a particular way of life, but you can only detach yourself from it with effort. This has to be a conscious choice, okay? Now, the resistance could be coming from fear of loneliness, but right now the universe needs you to learn to be self-sufficient and happy with it, okay? To enjoy your own company and to know yourself better. You need to view this time alone as sacred and create a sanctuary that you don't feel the need to fill with others or with things to distract you, okay? Know that continually changing your plans or keeping your options open for fear of making the wrong decision will only confuse you further. This really needs to be a clean break, okay? Because now is your time to focus on yourself first for once, for building a robust and refined long-term plan for your material wealth, your security, and prosperity, okay? You are building your future now for yourself. This is your time to be yourself, to enjoy your own company, to do things you love to do, and create a sense of home and belonging for yourself. Yeah, something very strongly coming through about the necessity of independence now, about you building and manifesting abundant wealth in all areas of your life, personally, financially, and to do with home and what that means to you. Now, the universe is desperately trying to inject more color into your life, is what I'm picking up on. So set yourself some intriguing challenges, get involved in life-enhancing activities, and spend plenty of time outdoors getting fresh air and sunshine so that you stay inspired and motivated, okay? Now, we have more verification here with the Page of Coins, that there will be some studying to do, committing your time and energy to learn and embark on something new, and it's going to ultimately be very rewarding for you. Now, for some of you, you may not yet be sure what it is that you're supposed to be moving toward or learning. I want you to just spend some time in careful thought and don't be in too much of a hurry to solve this puzzle if it's not clear at the moment. The answer may be slower to arrive for a few of you who don't have a very clear and instant idea or resonance to whatever this is. So do your best to be patient for now. Now, Five of Wands. So for those of you who do know and yet still aren't taking action, then something tricky and combative could get out of hand in your life at this time. It's really down to you to change your attitude and approach it, to handle it, because no one can do this work for you. You really need to detach. This is showing so clearly to me. Flip your perspective and know that detachment isn't that you won't have anything or that you can't have anything. It's that nothing owns you, okay? Okay, well, yeah, we're going in the circles here. The problem seems to be that you're clinging on to something that feels safe, and it's more because you're nervous at the thought of being without it than because, you know, that it actually gives you pleasure. And every time you do this, you halt all of the amazing progress that keeps trying to come in despite this. And, you know, it wasn't actually safe. You need to be honest. This is part of the illusion that needs to be broken now. So just try to avoid holding on to people, possessions, or situations purely out of fear. You're not giving yourself the chance to see how beautiful life can really be. For some of you, I think maybe this has been a very long-term situation. Maybe someone you've been with even from a young age, you know, high school sweethearts, whatever. So you have no comparison of what could be available to you, and that's where the fear of the unknown comes in. Ace of Cups. Yes, exactly. This is what that unknown can be for you if you just stop resisting and surrender to what the universe is trying to bring in for you. This is new beginnings, overflowing abundance. You know, this is about blossoming new love or creative abilities unfolding perfectly. Your spiritual awareness is growing, and you'll be shown many amazing opportunities if you just stay open now. And don't be afraid to excel because you're worried about showing how exceptional you really are. You've learned to stay small in whatever this situation has been for you. So I want you to just do your very best in both trivial and important matters. Yeah. Three of Swords. You're finally realizing where you've been holding yourself back, where you've been causing yourself extra pain unnecessarily. And I think you're starting to acknowledge that you've been dealing with a really difficult situation. This is you no longer being in denial, facing this storm now, knowing it will pass, and having faith that you will heal and thrive. Now, the difficulty stems from there being something that you just feel you can't forget or forgive. So even if you finally release, then you get up in your head. But instead of holding on to these feelings, the time has really come to just let them go, okay? It will be easier than you think if you just change your focus. Ace of Wands. My gosh, the signs just don't stop. Please, I am hoping that you're getting this, okay? This is truly sinking in for you about all of the beautiful potentials that lie ahead for you. If you please just release this thing, this person, these emotions, whatever it is that keeps delaying this energy from being able to fully arrive. Again, we have a card of new beginnings, and this one is all about an inspiring, exciting, and absorbing new project, role, or job. And you may not feel entirely qualified for it, but it will be successful and fulfilling for you. There are so many rewards ahead, you know, and obviously that doesn't mean there won't be challenges along the way, but they can be overcome easily while you have this type of energy in your life. Now, I do understand that this is likely a more complex issue than it seems and involves many, you know, different parts that make it a bit complicated and not as straightforward as maybe I'm suggesting. But this is more about becoming aware of the light and the shadow in every situation without avoiding either of them. The Emperor. Okay, so this is a power card that shows up when you need to put yourself first, prioritize your own agenda, be a little bit selfish and forge ahead with your ambitions. We have more clarity now that this time is about you, and it's a promise that whatever you focus on with intent, you can make happen. It just takes will and determination, and that's something we touched on earlier as well. Now, this is you, as this is the card of Aries, and this is guiding you to be rational, authoritative, and in your power. This type of energy is what will help you progress. Now, if you avoid this opportunity to progress, it will lead to confusion. But if you do step into that power, you could quickly find new romantic love, sexual chemistry, a powerful attraction that's drawing you to someone or drawing them to you, or falling for someone in a strong way. And I am feeling like this is a new love interest or someone you can't resist. Maybe you've been trying to. Okay, so we're switching gears here. This is a reminder to do your best to become more versatile and flexible in your ideas and attitudes. Learn to embrace change wholeheartedly, even if you don't know what it will lead to. So actually, this could be to do with this relationship, or it could be about something else. So just take it as it resonates. Okay, so we have the Emperor, now we have the Empress. So you are the Emperor and the Empress this month. This is the aspect of protecting and nurturing whatever it is you're developing. If this represents the person you're dealing with, then that's it. It's going to be someone who's kind, peaceful, probably loves animals and kids, and is creative and outdoorsy. I do think this person is a perfect energetic match for you. So just concentrate on and be appreciative for divine timing, for things happening organically, and seeing how there are cycles connected to everything. And I want you to keep your thoughts and intentions pure and honest, and treat others with an open and loving heart. Now, you're reaching a crossroads now where it's time to pause and reflect on the journey so far and what's next. A lot has been happening, so just take a moment to let it all sink in. And you'll need to look beyond just the day-to-day things to gain a clearer view of where and how, and if at all, you need to make any changes. Now, this can be you being your own worst enemy, letting your fears rather than your best hopes guide your decisions and outlooks. But this is something to do with your finances or resources, because this represents you being fixated on your money at the expense of everything else, and feeling like you don't want to take any action for fear of losing what you have. So you could be feeling stuck or indecisive about something else now. And someone may be trying to advise you about this. So do your best to understand their point of view, even if you don't agree with them. But this is very temporary energy that you will sort out quickly, because you now reach emotional fulfillment and contentment again. Now, whether that's domestic bliss or simply being happy in your own skin, it's going to be different for everybody, but you're reaching a comfortable decision, feeling more comfortable with your personal or financial situation. But this is also a reminder to enjoy the little things, because, we always look back and sometimes realize that little things were actually big things. So continue to weigh up the pros and cons of any options now. It won't be helpful to become anxious to the point where you're not able to be spontaneous and continue to enjoy life in this way. So make choices that will keep you in this energy, okay? Now, meditation will help you still your mind so that inspiration can strike. And, know that continually finding fault with your actions, your appearance, or your words will only drain your energy. So I want you to avoid that. And again, this is where meditation will be helpful. If you always do the very best that you can, you will have no reason to chastise yourself. Now with all these reversals coming up at the very end, I really think you've been under so much burden for so long, and you've been so out of alignment related to your true values, that the ease that has entered your life now, you're having a hard time accepting it for some reason. Don't make life harder for yourself by dwelling on things that are negative or which depress you, or focusing too much on the past, okay? I want you to ask yourself why you do this. Are you simply feeling restless and bored, or are you frightened to actually reach your full potential? I think this is your next area coming up for healing as you're going to be entering April. So that is what I have for you guys for the month of March. I really hope that was helpful for you in some way. If it was, please let me know by liking the video, subscribing to the channel. I hope you guys have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how this is resonating for you, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.